All right, we're going to be doing some factoring first. Your calculator can just factor a number. Like, for instance, if you wanted to find the factorization of 84, you would press 84 equals, and then the factorization key is this one, circle, quote, or comma, quote. And so you would press shift, factor, and it would say it's 2 times 2 times 3 times 7. But we're looking for the greatest common divisor here, and if you notice, that's the red of the multiply key. So we're going to press alpha, the red key, and then, so the greatest common divisor of 84 and, comma, shift, comma, 96, and it is 12. Let's do some more factoring. Let's do 30, so the greatest common divisor of 30 and 10. Make sure you use the comma key there, and you get 10. Now, it says the least common multiple, that's the alpha divide key of 132, comma, 121. In other words, you're going to find where do those two numbers meet, and they meet at 1452. You need to know least common multiple and least common multiple in order to find the common denominator, and you need to know greatest common divisor in order to simplify fractions. So that's the first part of this lesson. The next thing that we're going to be working on is simplifying fractions. Well, your calculator, we could do it by finding the least common denominator, or I'm sorry, the greatest common divisor, but it's easiest to just write the fraction 36 fraction 60, and our calculator automatically simplifies it to 3/5. 60 over 30, and our calculator automatically simplifies it to 2. Let's try this one. 27 over 12. Now, that is 9/4, but it says write your answer as integer, numerator, denominator, and so we would change that to a other kind of fraction. So we have to press shift, mixed number, and it says 2 1/4, so we'd write 2-1/4 when we wrote our answer. Next one, 3 4/11, we have to change to a fraction. So we're going to press shift fraction key, and then we get the number out front, 3 4/11. So 3 4/11 is 37/11. So that's how you simplify fractions. The other part of our lesson that we're working on is adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing. Now, naturally, multiplying and dividing you would think would be tougher, but it's not, because all you do is multiply the numerators and multiply the denominators. But if you're using your calculator, you would just write the fractions exactly the way you see them pictured, and your calculator automatically simplifies the fraction. 10/14 divided by, now remember that when you divide by a fraction, you multiply by its reciprocal, 3/4, and we get 20/21. Adding, if they have the same denominator, you would just add the numerators. So 3/14 plus 5/14 is 8/14, which is 4/7. If they have the same denominator and you're subtracting, you would just subtract numerators. So it's 9/22 minus 7, 22, and you get 1/11. If they have different denominators, your calculator knows how to add them. So you would just write the fraction 7/16 subtract 2/4, and you get negative 1/16. 4/12 add 2/7, and you get 13/21. So this is the lesson on fractions 1.4.